Third floor. Ravi. एक वस्तु नहीं छोड़वानी हमारे में बच्चन साइड मारे उतरवाने खाली Dari, dari.
Very late, and I sad to say that it has become like an Indian time. Sorry to all the Indian delegation here. So I would like to welcome the Worshipful Mayor of Brent, Councillor Mimi Patel, the MLA from India, and all of you. Krupesh Hirani, Assembly member, is here. We've got former Councillor Hitesh Taylor, who is here. We've got many. We've got Councillor from Leicester, and Ravi Mahesh, correct? First time I'm meeting him. Come forward, Ravi, and he is one of the youngest councillor that has come up from his community. So we are very proud of you. So welcome all of you. We've got a lot of community that I can see, and especially the Indian delegates. We are here in the Brent Civic Centre, and as you can see, it's a lovely building. And it is called a drum for a reason, because it's obviously like a drum. Without making any delay of this program, I would like to invite Mr. Mayor to say a few words, and that's following me to say something before we actually start the other side of the program. Because Mr. Mayor has to leave early, so I think we should start the program as soon as possible. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It is my great pleasure to welcome you here today, the International Conclave on Good Governance 2024 for the Culture and Community event. As the Mayor of Brent, I am honored to have the opportunity to introduce this prestigious event and to extend a warm welcome to the delegation from India. We have traveled a great distance to join us. I would like to take a moment to recognize the tireless effort of Mr. Joshi, who has led and organized this event with Khushbu Shah and his team. Mr. Joshi's vision and dedication have been instrumental in bringing this conclave to life, providing us with a platform for global dialogue. His work has ensured that this gathering serves as an opportunity to share best practice, foster innovation, and strengthen partnership between nations. We are also honored by the presence of the distinguished delegation from India. India's rich history, vibrant culture, and growing influence in the global arena, as well as known to all of us. This delegation participation underscores the importance of international partnership in addressing global challenges driving economic growth. In addition to the stimulating discussion had, I am particularly excited about the culture and community event that will follow. I am confident that both the discussion and the culture festivity will contribute to more prosperous, connected and future. Thank you all. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nair. As we all know, that Nachiket and Khushbu has actually organized this program. It's been going on for the last 3 days, and it is very, very interesting because he has chosen all different themes on all different programs that we have had for the last 3 days. And this is, as Mr. Mayor said, it is to do with culture and community. And more, I mean, as far as we are concerned, we are a very diverse communities here in Harrow and Brent, and in UK itself. So it is good to talk about the communities and the diversity that we have and how we all get on with each other and actually, play our roles. So I think this is a right subject we've chosen, and obviously with our Indian delegation, we would like to learn more about it from them as well. So I will now, without losing any time, like Millie to say something, please. Thank you.
Can I introduce Millie? Millie is the deputy leader of the council, and she is very approachable. Councillor Millie Patel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah. Sure. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. My name is Councillor Millie Patel. I'm the Deputy Leader of Brent Council, and I hold the Finance and Resources portfolio. So I just want to say good evening to everybody, and it's a great pleasure to welcome you all here today to the International Conclave on the Good Governance of 2024 for the cultural and community event in our wonderful Civic Centre here in the heart of Brent. Brent has very strong links to India. It is home to a very large population of the Gujarati community. Migration from the region has been shaped by very early economic relations in trade, colonialism, educational and professional exchange. The community played a major part in the shaping of Brent's future now in 2024, even today. And it's wonderful to see our Brent Indian Association here as well, who have had a major, major influence and very much started that community in Brent for us. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to the delegation from India, our guests really today, and thank you to Mr. Nachiket Joshi and Khushbu Shah for putting together a diverse programme for the delegates, especially to strengthen our dialogue on the global stage. So I hope your conversations this week have been fruitful and the delegates have had the opportunity to discuss important subject matter in their work and also to share best practice. I hope you will enjoy this evening's cultural event that will follow. Thank you very much.
But it would be nice to hear from a politician from India. I would ask Mr. Raja, MLA from India, to say a few things. Of course, we would like to hear from you as well, because we are all talking about diversity, we are all talking about culture. It's not that I pass on the mic to you, it's this mic that you will speak in.
That's a fake
Respected Mayor, dignitaries on the dais, invited delegates of this international conclave on good governance. At the outset, I would like to congratulate the organizer of this conclave for wonderful success of this conclave. We really had a very good time and we have learned a lot, and thank you Madam Nachiket Bhai and everyone for giving us an opportunity to be a part of this conclave. Tonight of unity in diversity. Culture, as everybody knows, defines the customs, languages, uniforms, that all belong to a particular group of people or a community to stay united. As India has a multiple cultures, but still unity is our strength. So unity in diversity, although we have diverse cultures, but we all are united. So in the same way, today we are going to have a very beautiful exchange of these cultural events, and which is really a platform for all of us to come together. And I wish all the participants or all those performance of this event good luck, and thank you, sir.
Obviously had welcomed the delegation on that first very evening. So I will pass the mic to him. We've heard quite a lot about it. So please keep it brief so that we can get on with the program. Next will be the dance after Rupesh has spoken. Yeah, he's an assembly member for those who don't know, for Harrow and Brent. Thank you.
Thank you, and it's great to see so many of you again following the event that we had at City Hall on Wednesday evening. So at City Hall, that's where our offices and where our staff are, but actually this is my constituency. So this is what I describe as the best part of the greatest city in the world, and many of you I know have been living here just at the hotel, Hilton Hotel in Wembley. I can see what it's like in the community here, in the area that I represent. We heard from the Mayor of Brent and councillors and our MLA about the UK-India relationship, and it's something that I spoke about heavily on Wednesday. So I'm not going to repeat myself around how important that relationship is. I'll talk about something different because in August, when we have all our political bodies and agencies and Parliament and Assembly, it tends to be a bit of a quiet period, and especially if you have children, it's a period where many people go on holiday. So maybe I'll talk about my holiday and the country I visited. You can tell me where it was at the end, but beautiful, pristine beaches, camel rides, lovely rivers, beautiful cities, thriving economies. Who can guess where I went? There you go. So just 2 weeks ago, actually I was in India. So my family are from Kutch, so the nearest city is Bhuj, and I spent a bit of time there, but also in Ahmedabad. And my last visit to India actually was 11 years ago, so it was quite a while ago. And the difference that I've seen just in those years about how people in India are living. Yes, there are still inequalities. There's inequalities in this country as well. But when we look at what world leaders have been saying about India, I'm currently reading a book which is written by Gordon Brown, who's a former UK Prime Minister. And he spoke about the need to get rid of these terms such as first world, second world, third world, because there's one world, and in that world we all coexist. And if you look at
Raja, who is actually Shivani's husband here as well. And this young councillor I was talking about again in Leicester East, or Leicester Councillor. So we are very proud of both of you that you've actually become councillor and you've become an MP. And it is also very good for us as a women to look up to you and see, and also let other young women know that we can all do it. Thank you.
Namaste everyone. Namaste. I feel truly honored and privileged to be attending this event this evening. Thank you to Anjana and Ben and Nachiket and Khushbu and the whole team that went behind organizing this. Pulling events like this is not easy, especially doing it in a country where you're not from. So hats off to you guys, really. You've done a really excellent job. As a newly elected Member of Parliament, I am so excited to be starting my journey in this way. And we were at a lunch earlier where some of you were present, and the topic of discussion was on leaders. And growing up, my dad used to always tell me there's always something you learn from everyone. And I didn't quite understand it growing up, but now when I look back in hindsight, his words were no truer, and I was so amazed this afternoon and even now to be in this room full of leaders, male, female, young, old, and it's really inspiring to see. So I know I am an inspiration to many, but I want you all to know that you all are an inspiration to me too. And as Anjana Ben said, I am the youngest Conservative MP in the House at the moment, and I'm really pleased to be accompanied by my other young Conservative councillor, Ravi Mahesh. And I think both of us together decided to take the stand because we want to inspire other young people, especially from our community. We're here to inspire the British Asians and encourage them, empower them to engage fearlessly, embrace their heritage and uphold their integrity, and most importantly, have their voice heard for the societal good of everyone. So thank you very much for having me here this evening. It's truly my honor. Thank you.
We have a #1 leading and one of the most popular TV journalists from India. And I would like to invite Mr. Ronak Patel to say a few words. Thank you, Ronak.
नमस्ते। क्योंकि मैं भारत से आया हूँ और संस्कृति की बात करनी है, तो मैं हमारी राष्ट्रीय भाषा में बात करना पसंद करूँगा और क्योंकि मुझे अपेक्षा भी है कि मुझे अनुमति मिलेगी। ये देखकर और जानकर खुशी होती है कि इतने दूर भी, भारत से दूर रहकर भी हमारे जो लोग हैं, जो भारतीय संस्कृति से जुड़े लोग हैं, मैंने 2 दिन में पाया कि हम लोग हमारी संस्कृति से जुड़े, उससे ज्यादा आप लोग जुड़े। कॉम्पिटिशन मैं मेल फीमेल का कोई जेंडर डिफरेंस नहीं करता हूँ, लेकिन मेरे भारत में कई सारे हैं कि जींस और टी शर्ट पहन के आते हैं पॉलिटिशियन, लेकिन मैं देख रहा हूँ कि हमारे डिप्टी मेयर मैडम है, मेरी गुजराती साड़ी में आई। तो नेचुरली ये दिखाता है कि आप जितने दूर पहुंचे हैं उतने आपकी जड़ों के साथ, आपके रूट्स के साथ ज्यादा जुड़े। ये भी पता चलता है कि गुजराती इवेंट्स होती है, भारत के अलग अलग प्रदेश से लोग आते हैं, यहाँ सांस्कृतिक इवेंट करते हैं, तो ये जानकर काफी खुशी होती है। अब तक काफी गलतफहमी हम लोग पाले हुए थे, जब तक यहाँ नहीं आया हम लोग ये मानते थे कि हमारे यहाँ से जो लोग जाते हैं वो कभी इंडिया लौटते नहीं है, लेकिन इंडिया को भी भूल जाते हैं। लेकिन मैंने पिछले 2 दिन में पाया कि शायद हमारे से ज्यादा चिंता आप लोग भारत की करते हैं, और इसके लिए कि हम इंडिया में रहकर और कोई कल्चर की कॉपी करते हैं, लेकिन आप बाहर के देश में आकर भी इंडियन कल्चर को आगे बढ़ाते हैं। मैं हमारे देश की ओर से आप तमाम का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया कहना चाहूँगा, आप तमाम को वंदन करना चाहूँगा, क्योंकि आप हमारी संस्कृति को आगे लेकर जा रहे हैं। साथ में एक रही बात पॉलिटिक्स की, तो ये जानकर खुशी होती है कि मेरे भारत की एक यंगेस्ट एमपी है, ये जानकर खुशी होती है कि कई सारे काउंसिलर भारत के हैं, ये जानकर खुशी होती है कि डिप्टी मेयर मैडम भारत की हैं। तो ये दिखाता है कि हम संस्कृति तो हमारी पुरानी थी, लेकिन पॉलिटिक्स में भी कहीं पर भी जाते हैं हम लोग आगे हैं, और अपेक्षा रखता हूँ इसी प्रकार से जय हिंद का नारा दुनिया भर में गूंजता रहेगा।
We have a very busy diary and has to go. I would like to request MLA Dr. Pratibhan Vaja and Shivani Vaja to felicitate him. Of course, Mili and Kupesh, please join them. Please win the Sharma Diploma and help us to felicitate. Please join us. Today is Annaben's birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you. Who is Presidential Awardee for his bravery. He is retired UISP from Gujarat Police. I would like to invite you to speak few words.
जय
जय श्री कृष्ण।
जय श्री कृष्ण।
आज आपको हम लोग यहाँ आए, रौनक भाई ने बताया कि इतने दूर आके भी अपना गुजराती कल्चर रखा है, देश का कल्चर रखा है, तो पहले तो मैं आप लोगों को नमन करता हूँ। ये बहुत बड़ी बात है कि हमारे देश की संस्कृति भी आप लोग भूले नहीं, और हमारा देश अभी इतनी प्रगति कर रहा है। आप लोग सब देखते होंगे कि ये कोरोना वक्त वैक्सीन बनी, जो वैक्सीन हुई थी, तो हमारे वहाँ तो कितनी पब्लिक होती है, 140 करोड़, लेकिन 50 देशों को भी वैक्सीन दी गई है। मतलब हमारा अभी इंडिया, भारत बहुत विकास कर रहा है। और ऐसे मतलब जो अपने बाहर यहाँ से गए हैं, जो जितने भी देश से, वो भी इतने मतलब आगे आए हैं, इसके लिए मैं खूब धन्यवाद करता हूँ। आप लोगों को मैं प्रणाम करता हूँ सबको, और जय हिंद जय भारत।
Mayor has left, but former mayors are there. I can still address Mr. Mayor, all the distinguished friends, and the mayor, future mayor. It's a pleasure, and I'm so glad. Typically different, but to have the youngest member of parliament from the Indian community. Congratulations once again. I have spoken a few times for the last few days, and many friends from India have listened to me. It's generally a repetition on many occasions. But I'm so glad to see that Nachiket and the team, Khushbu and others, for many, many years has worked hard to not to bring the people here alone, but strengthening the relationships between the diaspora and the people of India. That's the role they play. I had the great honor few times sponsoring and hosting the events. This year when I could not do it, I'm sure Andrea and Bob Blackman and others joined. And I look forward to work with you in the future as well, because journey has not finished. That journey will continue, not matter I am back. People are surprised that we, the Indians, or people from Indian origin, still have the same passion, affection, dedication for things. But there's a very old saying that you can take the Indian out of India, but you can't take India out of India. That is what we see here, that we're working together, and I hope that our guests from India will take a message back, that we love India, we want the peace and prosperity in India, we want India to play the lead role to bring peace and prosperity for all in the world, and we are here to work together to achieve those goals which our forefathers, present leadership and the future leadership wanted to have. And I wish you every success, everybody who comes from India here and those people from here, every success in the future. And I look forward to my role in that, whatever I can play. God bless you all. Thank you.
Okay, so now the next performance is going to be Bihu. It is by Anushya Borgohain. She is going to do a very popular folk dance of Assam, and Chino is going to explain further about it.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Nasikit. I think everybody from India or Indian living here probably knows about Bihu. Bihu is one of the most beautiful folk of India, and our Chief Minister has recently done the world record of 11,000 Bihu dances in Guwahati. So we're very proud of it.
Anisha came from Bristol. She's a student. She made it in the weekdays, so I'm really thankful to her to show you what Bihu is. So thank you. Enjoy the Bihu dance. Thanks.
A big round of applause. All the way from India, just for the event today. She joined us for the gala lunch in the afternoon, and now she has come to see the performances. She's the Minister of Children and Child Development of Maharashtra State in India. Okay, sorry.
I'm going to sing most iconic song of Lata Mangeshkar, Lag Ja Gale. I hope you like it. I don't have settings or anything like that, so I'll see how I can go. But I hope you like it.
Emma is actually, I'm really thankful Emma is here. I'm from Inspiring Indian Women. She's joining through. She's a ballet dancer, and I was in the group changing. And we're obviously Indian, we do kind of
Baji, I'm taking his name first because he's the senior most, and we have just yesterday celebrated 50 years in political career in politics. So thank you for being here. Ma'am Shivaji Rajaji, Aditi ma'am ji, I'm giving her company a torture in the morning. And Rupesh ji and all the distinguished guests coming from India and from UK. Thanks Nachiket for organizing this conference. This is a 4-day conference which is talking about lots of topics like women empowerment, leadership, good governance, and today we are talking about the culture and art. So this is the true combination of India and UK, how we can exchange our culture. So delegation is coming here, we are showcasing, though we are away from India, but we are not forgotten India. It's live in our heart, always. So when we go back, we also want to see and we learn. So people think, when I was in India, that time I was not that much Indian. When I came here, then I become more Indian because I started mixing my culture. So these are the events which help us to connect with our motherland. So thank you for organizing this, and I really appreciate this is the 7th year you are doing, and this should be keep continuing and keep on doing. Thank you, Nachiket.
This event happened because of British. Thank you so much, British.
Okay, thanks, Ritesh. Okay, so the next performance is by Shreyashi and Darshana. They're going to perform a beautiful Odissi dance.
We are Nritya Tales. Nritya Tales is a global gathering of women dedicated to celebrating and preserving the beauty of Indian dance forms. Through classical and contemporary expressions of Indian music and dance, we aim to revive and share the joy of these rich traditions with the world. Today we are excited to present a performance that brings together two classical dance forms of India. First, Darshana will offer an invocation to Lord Ganesha through the grace of Bharatanatyam. Following that, myself, Shreyoshi, will be performing an enchanting Odyssey choreography set to a Bollywood instrumental character.
But you know, I'm speaking from my heart. My heart might be on my left, but always right. So I really wanted to speak about everybody on the dais. Mr. Virendra Sharma, who's been like my mentor for many, many years, invited me to Parliament. And I always say they're great leaders. Shivani Raja, I always call Mr. Joshi, Jolly Joshi, as you can see, with a great sense of humor. And you know, Minister from Maharashtra, Rupesh Irani, and all the guests on the dais. It's lovely to see you. And let me just say, I was doing a big lecture for the Adani group in China. So it was so difficult to mingle with people, to break that ice. Because I was in China. I didn't speak Chinese, they didn't speak Gujarati. So what do I do? And then I tried to say, oh, Dhoni, India, nobody responded. I said, Beckham, Rooney, Manchester United, nobody responded. Then I listened to my heart and I prayed to God, you know, G-O-D, guaranteed overnight delivery. Or generator, operator, destroyer, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, right? So something came to me that speak about education, because most of my students at university come from China and India. So I said, at least I can speak about education. Someone will mingle with me, will break that ice. So I said, how many of you got an MBA? And there was one lady right at the end. I didn't ask her age, but she told me I'm 75, you know. I said, oh, that's great. You know, I said, oh, I've got an MBA. I said, where from? Cambridge, Oxford, IIM? She goes, no, MBA, married, but available. And I will say it in Gujarati, which we can say, Mane Badhu, Avade. But ladies and gentlemen, on a serious side, Virendra Sharma is a great, great leader. Leadership is what you do when there is no audience. Leadership is about the 3 I's: inspiration, impact, influence. A leader is somebody who tells you, Paresh, go there. Boss says go there, and leader says let's go there. They practice what they preach. You know, leadership is not a title. My mentor, by the way, is Robin Sharma. How many of you have heard of Robin Sharma or read the books Among Whom Sold His Ferrari? So Robin always said, a leader is someone who knows the way, who goes the way, who shows the way. But there's too many leaders, and I've only got 2 minutes, and they know I love talking. A chartered accountant, but I've left my accountancy and speak. And we got Shivani Raja. You know, Raja in Gujarati means what? King. But she is Raja, but she's got a degree in arts, but I think she's a queen of hearts, ladies and gentlemen. I'm originally from Leicester myself, and you know, it's just a brilliant culture. When I used to be a professor, I used to say 3 definitions of culture to my chartered accountancy students. Number 1, culture is values, beliefs, and behavior. Number 2, culture is the glue that binds the organization together. And culture is the way we do things over here. So it's so nice to see you, and you know, proud of culture. People say NRI. I used to say NRI. I heard someone say NRI, not required Indian, not really Indian. I said, no, change that to National Resource of India, National Reserve of India, and that's NRI, and that's our culture and heritage. I don't know why I did my accountancy, because in Leicester, when I was at Rashid, my father used to say, Paresh, become an accountant. I said, what do you mean, Dad? D-A-D, accountant, sorry, doctor, accountant, dentist, all the Gujaratis and all that. You know, when, finally I'm just finishing, you know, India, nobody professional in football, but cricket, number 1 leaders. Why do you think so? Is it because the Indian don't like the British cold? Is it because the dad says become an accountant? But I did some survey at Leicester University. There was Queen Elizabeth College there before. And I say that nobody, India can never become in football. It's quite simple. It's not rocket science. Because every time they get a corner, they build a shot. Every time they build 2 corners. Ladies and gentlemen, I really want to be so thankful to Mr. Virendra Sharma. He's a great, great leader, and all the people here inviting me and enjoy. And let's make this organization. Coming together is a beginning. Staying together is a progress. But when we work together, that is success. Thank you. God bless you. So when I was when I changed my career, Virendraji always used to say that, have clarity, 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 clarity. Know where you are going. Goals should be smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely. All my MBA stuff. But I came with a mantra for my life, which today is also, I'm a volunteer at the Eastern Temple, and our Guru Mahan Swami's 91st birthday today as well, in India as well. So, and our councillor Anjali, it's her birthday today as well. But they just inspired me, so I came with a mantra, aspire to inspire. I repeat, aspire to inspire before I expire. Thank you so much.
Because she has to be somewhere else. Thank you so much, Shivani.
I'm sure Mr. Vyas will have some comments to make, but he is not here. Anyway, I would like to say, so I would just like to say that the conclave of 2024 would like to thank each and every that I trained for 6 months for Bharatanatyam, and it was very difficult after having a full-time job and go and train for it. So I would like to say everyone, Chinuji, I really, we all thank you from the bottom of our heart for all your performances, and may you carry on with this fantastic training and dances that you do, because this is the type of dances I would like to see when I see the stage performance. Thank you.
Supply chain within a mere 60 days. And not only providing PP kits for its own healthcare system, India also exported PP kits to so many other countries. India provided vaccines to over 70 countries all over this world, staying true to its legacy of Vasudev Kutumbakam. And I don't know a better example of good governance and action rather than what India has shown during its pandemic. And years later, when COVID pandemic just becomes a chapter in some history textbook that students have to study about, I hope that someone comes across this film and sees it and remembers the stories of the patient and realizes that in spite of being in one of the darkest times in our history, our country and its people fought against this invisible enemy with all their might. And I would again like to thank Nachiket sir and all of you to give me this platform to launch the teaser of my short film. And
I never had that much experience for this. That I can treat patients like opiate disease or some of critical patients. But how to do this? How to tackle that fear?
It's something that is beyond us to be treating COVID patients who are on the verge of dying.
First time when we received the center, that was trials in India, so that all the technical persons and doctors were clear that someone gets infection. We were not sure about the natural history of the disease, which is the source of infection, how it will get transmitted, and who was susceptible.
મેં આવું જીવનમાં આટલી મારી 43 વર્ષની ઉંમરમાં ક્યારે આવું નતું જોયું. પહેલી વાર જ મેં આવો અનુભવ કર્યો.
Courage that I need for to entering ICU, that I need some help.
And by March, it was quite evident that okay, we also are not going to be safe from this.